Welcome to Chelsea India YouTube channel, and this is a preview for our game at the Hawthorne against West Brom. 15 days ago, there and thereabouts, we had a massive game against United at the Stamford Bridge, and what a result. What a result. To be honest, 15 days of no club football after that was really difficult, but now we are back to the Premier League and we're going to play West Brom this weekend. We have quite a few positives to take away from the international break. If we look at the debuts that we had for England, for Ruben Loftus-Cheek, then Tammy Abraham, they played really well. Especially Loftus-Cheek was phenomenal in that midfield, and he was dictating the game, bossing the midfield. Was quite positive. But the highlight for me of this international break was Ethan Ampadu. I mean, how good was he? How good was he? And if you look at all the analysis, all the replays and everything, everyone's been absolutely gung-ho about Ampadu, and I definitely see a very bright future for the kid. And I'm excited and I'm also hoping at the same time that Conte has noticed that. And apart from the couple of substitutions and appearances that he's had, he'll get a little more game time as the season progresses. Also on the score sheet was Hazard, and get this, Andreas Christensen. Fantastic game for him. He scored a goal. His confidence must be sky high, and in fact in today's press conference, Conte was all praise for Christensen. He in fact said that it's brilliant to have two players in the same position, David Luiz and Christensen, playing equally well. Although David Luiz has had a few niggles, of course he's carrying an injury, and you can see his thigh and knee wrapped up, and he's still playing through pain. But it is actually a very good thing for a club when you have two players of that quality playing together and playing so very well. Apart from that, in the conference, Conte also confirmed that Danny Drinkwater and Batshuayi will be unavailable for this game. Danny Drinkwater, of course, picked up a knock in the game, and he denied the England call-up as well, saying that he needs more time to recover from this and he's not had enough game time. And Batshuayi has picked up a knock on his leg, I think it's knee, during the game that he played for Belgium. Apart from that, there isn't a big injury concern. Of course, Moses is coming back to fitness. He started training with the team. I'm not sure if you've seen this, but if you go to Chelsea's Chelsea TV channel, the YouTube channel, you can see some action from Conte, and he is brilliant. He's nutmegging people, showing skills with the ball, scoring goals. It's fantastic, and I would like to see him do more of that. That'll absolutely make him destructive, as a midfield player, and he really is one of the top players that we have. It was fantastic to have him back against United, and I hope to see more of that as the season progresses as well. Coming to West Brom now, very interesting. They've not had a great start to the season. In fact, of the last 20 matches that they've played, they've lost majority of them, only won 2 games. That is not really a good sign. And if you see the press conference that the manager had, Tony Pulis had today, he was very pragmatic in that he said things along the lines where he said, if the club decides to sack me in the next fortnight or so, it's okay, it's their call. But at the same time, he also kept talking about the achievements that he's had with the club over the last couple of years, the fact that they've finished at the 10th position. Most of the season, last season, they were in the 8th position, which was brilliant for a team like West Brom. But it looks like, perhaps West Ham is going to look at, West Brom is going to look at a change of guard. They might look at bringing some new fresh face in the manager's seat to kind of get things going. And injuries haven't helped them either. Morrison and Chadli, they've not been fit. In fact, Mr. Pulis also confirmed that Chadli won't be available for this game, which is, if you ask me, a very good news for us, because he is that physical player. He's constantly nagging, and I think it'll make our midfield's job slightly easier if he's not around, and we can leave Kante and Fabregas to basically boss the midfield if a player like him isn't around. Apart from that, I think they have most of the other players available. In fact, Burke might play for them. He might start for them. That's what Mr. Peel has confirmed in the press conference. Going away to Hawthorne is going to be a little difficult. They're a very, very defensive team. They won't let you, really create so many chances. They sit back and soak up all the pressure. And yeah, I think it could be a very, very difficult game for us if we don't get a goal in the first 10, 15 or 20 minutes. I think it's going to be really, really difficult. It's a team that is extremely physical. If you look at their defense line, they're all strong, tall and powerful. Not that Chelsea don't have powerful players. I mean, if you look at that header from Morata against United, boom, brilliant. So yeah. Now, predicting the lineup. I'm not really sure about this, to be honest. It's going to be a mixed bag. Considering the kind of team that they have, I think it'll actually help us having a good presence on the field. We'll need solid, strong players, especially up front. And it's going to be a mixed bag. So here's what I think. I think Courtois will start. I mean, it's a no-brainer, and I'm absolutely sure he's going to be in there. In defense, I'd like to see Azpilicueta, Christensen in the middle, not Luis, and I think it's going to be Cahill. I would prefer Rudiger or Luis in that three. If it's Luis to play in the middle, Christensen on the left, and Aspi on the right. If it's Rudiger, then Christensen in the middle, Rudiger on the left, Aspi on the right. But I think it's going to be Cahill. It could be Cahill. Then the four in the middle, basically two wing backs, Zappacosta and Marcos Alonso. And in the middle, it could be Kante and Fabregas. Or I don't see a problem starting with Kante and Bakayoko, and then Fabregas come in if we don't really create much in that initial period. Up front, I think it should be Pedro and Hazard on both the wings, on the sides, and up front Morata. About the bench, gonna be interesting. Charlie Musonda isn't available. He's picked up a knock. But I would like to see Ampadu on the bench at least. I think it'll be a good opportunity for him. If we get a couple of goals or 3 goals, we can bring him in place of Bakayoko or Fabregas, who starts in the midfield, and that'll be interesting to see. Or he could also fall back into a back four if we stretch the defense that way and try and mix it up, try and experiment with it. Apart from them, I think Willian is definitely going to be on the bench, and then the usual suspects based on how we see. But Ampadu, I would definitely like to see him on the bench. The big problem for us, of course, is we don't have any other striker. Batshuayi injured, Morata playing up front. So it's going to be interesting to see what the gaffer decides to do. But I'm not really worried about this game, to be honest, and I'm not trying to be cocky here. I think West Brom is struggling, and this is a good opportunity for us. We've done well 15 days ago. All our players are fit. Most of them, of course, are fit. They're doing well, and I think confidence is really, really high. So yeah, I don't see us losing, to be honest. Could be a draw because they might play overly defensively, and these kind of teams, they have this quality of playing really, really well against teams like Chelsea, and I take it as a compliment, to be honest, because we are considered to be the most dangerous sides, the most dominant sides, and it actually motivates our opposition in some cases. What's important is for us not to underestimate the opposition and play to our strengths and not really give up if we don't create anything in the first 10 to 15 minutes. And I've said that quite a few times during this preview, but yeah, I think it's going to be very important for us to score in those first 15 to 20 minutes. In terms of prediction, let me go out on a limb and say this is going to be a 3-0 up. I really, really believe so. The only thing that we need to take care of is keeping Rondon quiet and isolated like we did last time round. If he stays out there and there's a gap and we are bossing the midfield and cutting out everything that goes to him, we can do a job on them. We can really do a job on them, and this can be a clean sheet. So let us know what you think. Let us know in the comment section what your predictions are, and also we would like to know who you want to start in the back three. Give us your favorite back three and who you think you should start, not just for this game, but all the matches that are coming up. Up the Blues.